Okay, guys. Well, we gotta have a talk. We've had. I'm upset, and I just need to get this out. I have been an avid collector of physical media for a long, long time. I have loved the Evercade. I collected the first 20 or so carts and decided, you know what? I'm getting too many of them. A lot of these games I don't like. I'm starting to be a collect 'em all type of guy, and I decided that's not enough. So I decided to sell off about the first 18 carts, made a killing on it, made about $400 on it. And here I decided I was only going to collect the carts that I wanted, and so I've done that. So here is my Evercade collection. You can see here I've got quite a few carts. It's in the 20s again. I've collected a couple of consoles. I got the Taito version. I've got the Atari version. I even did the limited edition EXP version, which has my name as a backer. Okay? I recently bought the VSR because I didn't have one from before, which had two copies. Well, I bought one copy of Tomb Raider because I didn't know this thing just never wanted to ship out. I bought it originally from France. Or Germany, one of the two. It never came, and I never got charged for it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll order it again. So I ended up with two copies of Tomb Raider. Love Tomb Raider. It's a great game. Problem is, here we are. We have all these consoles. We have all these games. Okay, so let's flip over to this is my Game Boy collection from growing up. I just recently sold this for just under $2,000. About, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. Love this collection. It was an amazing collection. But the difference is here. Look at these consoles. Yes, do I have a lot of handhelds? Yes, I do. What is different about these consoles versus the ones that I'm having in front of you? These consoles, all three of them, even the EXP, have games tied to them. Evercade, what are you doing? This is what upsets me. We have a myriad of ways to play incredible games. We have the Analog Pocket, which still has Game Boy capability. We can emulate this stuff all over the place. But here we are. We have the showcase, and I'm thinking, finally, we're going to get some carts. We got they're getting really good, they're getting good partnerships. They just got Tomb Raider for crying out loud. I mean, that's an awesome game. Legacy of Kain. Okay, I'm not a huge fan, but I'm like, okay, I'll take a gander at it. I love the Indie Heroes series. That's what this platform is really supposed to be about. Carts, carts, carts. And here we are with another showcase. Volume 3. And I'm thinking, okay, finally, they're going to get this right. We're going to talk about some good stuff. So, we jump into this. I'm going to jump through this. I'm not going to make you watch the whole video again. You probably, if you like Evercade, you probably already watched it. So here we got S&K, right? It's going to be a good thing. We're all excited about S&K, okay? We know about the Alpha. We certainly know all about these darn things. These hyper megatechs. They're all over the place, are they not? We've had them 1,000 times before. We're tired of them, quite frankly. And it's just getting a little out of hand. Okay? So we get into this. We have our hyper megatechs. We have these. So here we go. We're excited, right? We talk about the games. We want to get to the games. So first off, they jump right in, and they give us something we actually want. Carts. Carts, Evercade. This is what we want. 5 awesome games. I'm not a huge fan of Windjammers or Karnoff, but hey, there they are, right? Here's another shooter game, Vapor Trail. I love shooter games. This makes sense. I like this game. I would buy it for this. Maybe not enough to buy the whole system or buy the cart, but it is what it is. Gremlin, okay? Gremlin, people like their Gremlin collection. They had some good carts on the first one. There's some new good collection for this again. $29. Seems awfully expensive to me, honestly. $30 for, what are we talking? 5 games? 4 games? Like, it just seems a little silly. I understand there's some PlayStation 1s on there and things like that. And then they do this again. Okay, here I'm getting excited. I'm like, good, we got some carts. Surely we're going to get some Samurai Shodown. We're going to get some Metal Slug. We're going to get some stuff we actually want, right? Well, here we go. Look what we have here. Another VSR. And look, it almost looks like the original one, just now with a better looking controller that looks sort of NES-like, maybe a little bit Game Boy-like. Okay, so there's that. If that isn't enough, they double down and they give us an EXP-R version of it. Okay, so again, same darn thing, no games tied to it. They've actually stripped out features of it, mind you, which is absurd. Okay, they're still charging the same price. Then we go next up. We're like, okay, we're going to get another cartridge. So this is cool. Neo Geo Arcade. Now we're talking. Metal Slug. Finally. It's a cart, people. It's a cart. This one I can be excited about. This is what I want. Okay? You got some good games on here. You got Shock Troopers. You got some solid games. The price is okay. $25. Sure. Okay, I'm fine with that. All right? You go a little bit further down the way. Here we go. Now we got to worry about it. What are we doing, folks? Hyper Megatech and SNK present another Super Pocket. I don't know about you guys, but I am sick and tired of buying consoles for a handheld gaming collection. I don't know what they're doing. This is ridiculous. We should not be buying more consoles. And I get it. There's some good games on here. There's some great games on here. But again, $60. This has got exactly what I wanted on it. It has my Samurai Showdown. It has some great games. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. It has some shooters on it. I like shooters. But here we are again. I mean, I'm so frustrated, okay? And if that wasn't enough, they go ahead and they drop another one. See, now you got 3,000 limited items for this one, too. You got an NVS. They've already done... What's next? An alpha of this? Do we want another one? Another console to pay for? Another $250 piece of hardware? We've got hardware coming out of our ears, folks. It's just absurd. Not only that, these carts the carts alone have been hard enough to get, but now you're talking about exclusivity for games that are tied to hardware pieces that you can't hardly get. I've had trouble I'm in America. I have a hard time getting some of the carts delivered here to America. They're already becoming legacy carts. You can't get a full set. If you're just now getting into Evercade now, you're screwed. You're never going to have them all. Or you're going to pay an arm and a leg to do it. If you go a little further, guess what? Let's talk about it. We're going to go... Oh, there's another one. Now you got a Data East. Look at this. We have 6 different Megatech. We're collecting consoles, folks. We're not collecting carts anymore. I don't know what Evercade's doing. I think they need an intervention. People need to stop buying this stuff. $60 a pop for these collector's items. These are fine and well if you want one particular set. But this is getting absurd. Not only that, these Hyper Megatechs do not have near the functionality of the EXP. Not even close. You can't map buttons. You can't. There's no library features. It's completely separate and segregated from their own ecosystem, which I cannot understand for the life of me. Here we are again. We're talking another $60, and again, Burger Time, Bad Dudes. I'm like, put these on a cart. Some of these are already on a cart, okay? But do we need another console? We wanted Karnoff. We wanted Metal Slug. We want these games, but we want them in carts. We want them in carts. I'm at a loss. Evercade, what are you doing? Stop it. Just stop it. I'm tired. I'm this close to just saying, screw this, I'm going to sell my collection again. I did it once before, I'll do it again. I can't fathom why they're doing this, because they have a good ecosystem here. They have consoles that people want. And mind you, we haven't even talked about the is this quality hardware? No. Every one of these has got dust underneath the glass. Maybe a little speck here or there, but they've got a speck of something underneath the glass. This thing, the day I bought it, this is the Versus R. The first time I turned this on, the power button didn't even actuate. I had to click it multiple times before it actually turned on. The build quality of these things is not great. And they're continuing to pump out more and more consoles. And I'm just freaking had it. I know this video is exasperating and I'm kind of out of my mind here. But I tell you what, I like Evercade for the games. And here we are again. So I know there's people that are excited about the Super Mega Techs, and I get it. You want to collect everything under the sun. You want to pay an arm and a leg for games that we've been emulating for 20 years. It's totally fine. I sold my physical collection of Game Boy games, and I'm not going to do it again on Evercade unless they're actually going to give me the games that I want. Instead, they're selling me consoles. I bought a handheld console for handheld gaming, and now I'm carrying around multiple handhelds. That defeats the entire purpose. I'd rather have a Switch. I'd rather have a Mii U Mini. I'd rather use my Analog Pocket. I could use a Steam Deck. I could use my Legion Go for anything. Twice over. And by the time, Legion Go is a gigantic handheld. I understand that. But what is it when you carry around about 4 of these suckers? Is it any different? No, not at all. So, that's my take on it. I hope you guys agree. I'm just curious to see what people have to say about it. And I know this is new content for my channel, but I had to get this out of the way. Hope you'll consider liking and subscribing. We're going to have a lot more of this stuff because I like Evercade, I like the arcade stuff, I like portable gaming, and we're going to talk a lot more about it. But this is not the way to do it, Evercade. You need an intervention. Do better.